Hi, I'm Sperry Hutchinson with U-Haul. Today I'm going to show you how to install a hitch onto your Lexus RX300. This hitch is going to allow you to tow up to 3,500 pounds of gross trailer weight. That's the trailer and all the things in it. It's also going to support up to 525 pounds of tongue weight, and it's got a 2-inch receiver tube, which is good to know for all the hitch accessories like cargo carriers, bike racks, or any number of other creative things that we've got out there on the market. So let's get started.
You will need the tools seen here to complete this installation.
We're going to prepare to install the hitch first by removing the tow hooks on both the driver and passenger side. I've got a 14mm socket, and I'm going to remove these 2 bolts. And again, we'll do the same thing here on the passenger side. With the tow hooks removed, we now want to remove not this first, but in fact the second of these rubber plugs here in the vehicle's frame. This is going to gain access to this forward weld nut, and we'll need to do that again on both sides of the vehicle. If you remove this cap, you'll see that there is no weld nut underneath it. That's your indication to move on to the next one. Okay, I'm going to bring the hitch up to the vehicle, and I always have this handy hitch jack that's a U-Haul item. If you're working at home, just get a helper, a buddy, to lift this in place. Now, as we position this, you're going to have to maneuver the hitch around the tailpipe and the muffler, and also get this bracket between the heat shield and the frame on the vehicle. It might take a little bit of finesse. Okay, our kit comes with 6 10mm bolts, lock washers and flat washers, so assemble those and always install your hardware by hand. There's the start. Now the forwardmost bolt on this passenger side, you need to flex this heat shield out of the way to get that bolt in. Okay. We'll repeat installing the hardware by hand on the driver's side, where it's much easier without that muffler and heat shield in the way. Once we've got everything started by hand, we're going to run these bolts up using a 17mm socket, and I've got a little impact here. It's going to make easy work of that in preparation for final torque. Final torque on our hardware is going to be 42 pound-feet. I've got that set on my torque wrench, and you'll hear that value reached when the wrench clicks. Now that we've got our hitch installed, you can see the 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube here. We've got the hole for the pin, as well as a secondary hole that's great for locking devices or anti-rattle pins. You can see our large welded gusset that's also our mounting point for our safety chains or hooks, a large oval opening here. And that's basically it for installing the hitch on your Lexus RX. Two helpful measurements to note with your new hitch is this dimension from the ground to the top of our hitch tube, and that's 16¼ inches. That's going to help determine whether your ball mount needs to have a drop, a level, or a raised location to keep your trailer level. And the next is our dimension from our rear fascia to our hitch pin. On this Lexus RX, it's 4½ inches. That'll help selecting cargo carriers or bike racks, any accessory that has a vertical component to it.
To learn more about the products seen in this video, or to schedule an installation by U-Haul Hitch Professional, visit us online today at uhaulhitches.com.